Detroiters Season 2, Episode 7, Lois. So this episode I would definitely say was entertaining. We actually got like 3 stories in this episode compared to the normal 2. So we have Sam, Tim, and Chrissy getting their own storylines. I really like Chrissy's. And it was funny, as soon as the actress came in, because I remember her from Mad TV, I was like, she always played the weird character, and of course it's exactly what she played on here. So I thought that was super funny. Like, even just when she came in, I was like, she looks like she's going to play another weird character. So that's exactly what she did. In this case, it was her being weird because she doesn't want to bully people, like, or, you know, talk about people in any way, shape, or form. So that was definitely funny. And them talking about her hairline started like at her eyebrows. It was so funny. It was ridiculous. And Chrissy saying like, so they said you look like Mo from the Three Stooges and stuff like that. So that was definitely funny. Sam was just ridiculous this whole episode. Like him, the woman coming up to him like, you know, you talk proper, and then just whole episode was him being ridiculous. So I love that for sure. Like him just going through the motions, and then of course getting busted at the end, and his girlfriend just being like, you know, like, you talk white, and then she just plays the recording and was like, well, I guess he's busted, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So definitely thought that was funny. And then of course the whole thing that kicked it off was Chrissy's friend Lois, her line co-worker, dying, and then her husband was just the weirdest dude. Like, he was weirder than Chrissy's new line partner. And it was the funniest thing. Like, he got up, you know, it's like, oh, you know, it's her husband and stuff. And it seemed like it was going to go into, you know, the normal things. Just like, you know, she used to be the one to make the bed, and I would do this. Or, you know, we had this back and forth, and this is how, you know, we used to work together. And it was just, you know, she used to make the bed. Now who's going to make the bed? And she used to always make sandwiches. Now who's going to make sandwiches? And then that was it. It was like, well, that's super freaking weird. Aside from the fact that, of course, she was, like, stuffed with a cigarette and everything, which is super funny. I love that opening. But he just knew nothing. And then, of course, Tim gets roped into helping him out. And so he goes through for a little bit, and he ends up smoking a little, which I thought was funny. But he helps him out, sort of, at the end. And then it's like, okay, he's doing his thing. He's making his bed. He makes sandwiches, which was so funny, where he's like, he literally just balls up the bread. It's like, how do you not know how to make a sandwich? But goes through the episode. He gets to the end, and he's like, he turned it on, you know, to make some tea, and it's just clicking. I'm like, huh. Like, as soon as it started clicking, I was like, he's not going to figure this out, and it's going to kill him. And, you know, he's about to, you know, dial Tim. It's like, no, I'm going to figure this out myself. And, of course, opens it up with the lighter, which was so funny because, you know, I guess he thought, you know, I have to find out where to light it. But it was just so funny. I was like, he's dead. And then the house just blows up, and it's like, well, he's gone now. He's dead, too, because he just didn't know how to do anything himself. So definitely a ridiculous episode, as always. I'm really curious about this next one with the weird sex robot and who in the world this guy is supposed to be, because I would assume the whole point is that they got like some new client because he has like a, you know, weird sex robot. The house looked pretty nice too. So I assume he's supposed to be some high profile client that they're meeting with like at his home, and then it gets into like the super weird stuff where it's like, oh, he's got a super obvious sex robot. So I love the clip that they showed where it was like, would you have known she's a robot? And I was like, yeah. I was like, well, because I told you. I was like, no, it's super obvious. So I'm excited to see how that's supposed to play out, or whatever that guy's weird story is supposed to end up being, him, you know, being in love with the robot and stuff, which is super funny. That's actually an episode of My Strange Addiction. That's probably where that may be where they got that idea, because there's an episode where this guy's girlfriend was like a sex doll. And that was set in Detroit. So you can look that up. I forgot the guy's name, but there's an episode of like My Strange Addiction where the guy's girlfriend, you know, was a sex doll. So I don't know if that's where they kind of came up with that idea for this episode. But either way, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely enjoyed all 3 storylines in this episode. But of course, we'll love to know what you guys thought about them. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. And I would love to know, it was interesting what they did with Sam. But as far as what they did with Tim and him really having like his own storyline, like he kind of had that, you know, with his brother. But what did you guys think of his interaction, you know, like with the husband? Like, what did you think of the husband character and Tim's interaction with him, and him finding a way to help him out? Because honestly, I thought he was just going to give up. I didn't think he'd actually teach him, because I thought he would just be driven crazy. Because it's like, as soon as he's making him a sandwich, he was like, you know, what's the ETA on that sandwich? Like 5-10 minutes? It's like, I guess 10. 5 would be better. And I'm like, interesting. And I thought it might go a different way with that. But I'd love to know what you guys thought about Tim's storyline in this episode. And like I said, definitely want to know what you guys thought about it in general. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.